Any win's a good win, and that was a good win. I think you know, as I look around the country and I see who's playing who on opening night, you know, I thought going into this game, I told Bruiser before the game I need to have my head examined to try to open up with Drexel. They're a real team and tough team, athletic, good rebounding team, and I thought our guys really battled and competed. There's some really good things we can take from this, and but like any opener, there's things that we can improve upon and learn from, and that's what we're going to do as we move forward.
Can you take us through your decision with that starting lineup?
Yeah, real quick. The starting lineup was a little unusual, but I was really proud of how those kids responded. The reason was, you know, we're cleaning up some internal disciplinary things. Dom Collier is out. Now his ankle's been hurting him, but he's out tonight, and he'll be out for the Auburn game for internal reasons. XJ and Wes didn't start for internal reasons. Ski didn't start not because of any disciplinary things, but he's been a little bumped up in practice, and so he hadn't practiced for basically the last week until yesterday. So different reasons for that lineup, but we're just cleaning that stuff up and getting it behind us. And again, I can't tell a huge difference between our first team and our second team in practice. There really isn't. And tonight, you know, you can make an argument that those guys that started did a better job than the guys that came in. You know, if you look at the points and the 11-3 when we made the sub, and then it was 11-8. I mean, you know, we've got some guys, as you guys know, that can play better than they played tonight. But the strength of this team is going to be its depth. You know, Josh just said it, and he's exactly right. And I was proud of Trayshawn Fletcher and Jerron Hopkins and Dustin Thomas stepping up. They normally wouldn't start or didn't start, and they did tonight, and they were terrific.
Did you like the pace on offense, or would you like it even faster?
No, I like the pace, and we want to wear teams down. There's no question that Drexel wore down. They were starting to in the first half. In the second half, they were gassed, and a lot of those jump shots came up short. And you hold a team to 29%, you out-rebound them by 9, you're going to win the game. I mean, even when you don't shoot the ball well, which we didn't, and rebounding, we didn't do a very good job in the first half. We were down 1, but we finished +9, and our goal is to be +8 and to hold them less than 40%. We did both those things. We didn't hit our offensive goals in those numbers, but we hit our defensive ones, we hit our rebounding ones, and we won the game going away. So there's no question that our recipe works, and if we have that kind of intensity defensively and the pace of the game is like that, it's good for the Buffs.
Moved the ball well, moved well on offense, it just didn't finish maybe as well.
Yeah, you know, we missed some easy shots. We missed some shots at the rim. We missed some wide open jump shots in the first half. You know, we missed 15-footers that are wide open, and you know, what are you going to do? As a coach, you want good shots. Now we had 5 bad shots in the first half. I don't know how many we had in the second half. Too many block shots. You know, when somebody's blocking your shot, it's not a good shot. And if it's a help side defender, somebody's open, and we got to find that guy. And when we share the ball, we move the ball, we'll be pretty good, and we'll have better offensive nights than we had tonight. But overall, I was pleased.
You mentioned before, Josh is probably the steadiest guy on this team, and
yeah,
once again, he's that guy tonight.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get from the guy. I mean, he's got great. You know, you guys were asking about run. He's the best big man in the country in terms of running the floor. And he did a great job of running the floor tonight. Did a good job of finishing. Our guys look for him. Yeah, I thought he's terrific. And you know, if they didn't double team Josh, if you don't double team Josh, he's going to get a double-double. I didn't think he had his best night necessarily on the block scoring, but he's better than I think even he showed. So I wouldn't trade Josh Scott. I said it before the season. I'll say it now. I wouldn't trade him for any big man in the country.
How did you feel Torrey did in his debut?
I thought Torrey was great. You know, I mean, he had a couple offensive fouls, illegal screens, but you know, when Torrey makes mistakes, he's making mistakes trying and being aggressive. And I thought his physicality was good. He brings a presence physically to our team. And again, he's another body in there that can wear people down. So it's hard your first game, but I thought he was good. You know, a couple dunks and missed a jump hook. But Torrey Miller's gonna be a good player for Colorado before it's all said and done. And you just saw the tip of the iceberg, I think, tonight. I think he's going to be a work in progress like most freshmen are. But I'm glad I got him some minutes, got him in the flow tonight, and thought overall he did a pretty good job.
You mentioned that the Ski Booker's media day, you mentioned Ski's key was to not fight the game.
Yeah.
2 for 14.
Yeah. It just was, he's just pressing and trying too hard, and, he's better than he played tonight. We know that, but it wasn't his best night. You got to put it behind him, and that's part of the mental part of the game. You got to be able to put nights like this behind you. Hopefully, he can do that. And as long as Ski's taking good shots, he had 3 assists and no turnovers, so that's good. 2 for 14 isn't good, but as long as he's taking good shots, that's my main concern.
Dustin didn't score at all. It seemed like he did pretty well in other areas.
Yeah, Dustin. The thing about Dustin, outside of Josh, he might be one of our more consistent guys too. I mean, the thing you're going to get from Dustin Thomas, he's going to fight, he's going to scratch, he's going to claw, I thought, his numbers don't jump out of the page. Nobody's does other than Josh's. But I thought overall he's a battler, and I got a lot of confidence in that kid. I'll go to war with Dustin Thomas.
You talked about wanting to get Wes Gordon more touches and then limited touches tonight. He produced very well. Is that something you were encouraged of?
Yeah. No, Wesley's a good player. He's a good offensive player. He's a good defensive player. And, we need to get him more involved, just like we're looking for Josh. We need to look for Wesley. The strength of this team is inside right now. I mean, and that's not to say that the weakness is outside, but you got Wesley Gordon and Josh Scott, and even a guy like Torrey down there with a presence. We've got to use them. And again, we can learn a lot offensively from tonight.
Will you keep using those platoon-style substitutions that we saw a little bit tonight?
Well, it was really a function of fatigue. Our guys were bad. I mean, when we want to play at a high pace and fast pace, and we did, and they got tired, but we got tired. But I thought our depth was better than their depth. And the platoon substitutions were not necessarily by design. It's just you look out there, you got 3 guys that are really sucking air, and you got to get them out. And we have a rule that if you take yourself out, you come out, you can go back in when you want. And a couple times that happened, and so maybe somebody pulled themselves out, and I'm subbing 3 guys at the scorer's table for somebody else. But again, there's nothing wrong with that. Just come at people in waves, and I think especially in this building, it's going to be effective.
Last year to this year, and again tonight, what are you looking for Xavier from Xavier Johnson?
Well, I thought Xavier Johnson, first of all, defensively really took on a challenge. I thought both he and Jerron Hopkins on Damian Lee is a good player. I mean, he's an NBA prospect. And I thought he did a good job fighting through screens. And Xavier's made a commitment on the defensive end in practice, and I thought he did a good job tonight in terms of being dialed in and mentally into it. And we're going to need that. We're going to need that. So I thought Xavier Johnson was great, defensively. And, again, if our team cannot get caught up in who's scoring and who's getting shots and playing for, the final score and not their own particular number of shots and statistics, we got a chance to be really good. If we got guys thinking about them number of shots and touches they're getting, we'll have issues down the road. But hopefully that won't happen, and I was really proud of Xavier tonight.
Talk about the challenges of an 11 o'clock game coming up on Monday.
Well, we practice in the morning, so it's going to be unusual for us. We're going to let our guys sleep in. We don't have class till 11, so they should sleep in. And then hopefully, we're trying to get tutor sessions and things moved that normally they would have during the day, and trying to reschedule those to Tuesday or Wednesday. So hopefully guys can get off their feet, maybe get a nap in. Every kid's schedule's different. And then, we'll do shoot around at 6 o'clock, and then we'll do pregame meal at 7 o'clock. It's going to be very unusual, but, Auburn's got to do the same thing, and it's unusual for them. It's 11 o'clock our body time. It's, I think, midnight. Are they Eastern? Midnight? They're Central? Dang, I wish they were Eastern. I wish they were in Atlanta. So, but no, not body time. I was part of the 24 Hours of Hoops when I was at Northern Colorado. We played Hawaii in that the time zone. I think it was a 9 or 10 o'clock tip at Hawaii, which was late for over there. But so my second time being a part of this 24 Hours of Hoops, and that was a good night for the Bears when I was at Northern Colorado. Hopefully Monday will be a good night for the Buffs. But we got to be ready. Bruce Pearl is a good coach. Somebody told me he had 8 presses and he had 2 or 3 of them in already. Maybe he's got all 8 in by now. I don't know, but he's a good coach. They're an athletic team from a good conference. We better be ready to roll.
What's your hope for the environment come Monday night for the students?
Well, I've said this. I said it with Mark Johnson on the radio. My hope, my goal is that every season ticket holder that's not coming to the game gets their tickets in the hands of somebody who will. And I'd like for those somebodies to be as many students as possible. Because if we could get, 5,000 to 7,000 students in this building at 11 o'clock at night on a Monday and show the national TV audience what Colorado basketball is all about and the passion and the energy that this building has, it's a great opportunity for our fans to show up. And if they're not showing up, please get those tickets in the hands of somebody who will. Thank you.